All right, so, oh, we got a lot of people here today. Okay, so what we're going to do is we start off dancing. And the reason why we dance, I do this every week, our mentorship calls, is we put ourselves in a really good state. We're here to learn. We're here to like get certainty in our bodies and learn and get what we need to get for the week to go out there and just like kick ass this week. So this is why we dance. And so let's dance.
Und enge Jeans, Minirock, High Heels, Nagellack, Make-up. Andere sind einfach nur süß, haben dich beim Hallo oder sind nicht dein Flow.
That's actually a joke. We're not going to really do that one. You probably liked it. If you do like that one, it's a little bit too slow, but it's MC Fitty, German guy. But I want to do this one. This is like dancing music.
Sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. Get a good feeling, yeah. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah.
Yes, I can. Doubt, better leave. I'm running with this plan. Pull me, grab crabs in the bucket, can't have me. I'll be the president one day.
So that's why today is so important, because we're going to talk about all the things that you are uncertain and concerned about and that you're afraid of, and I'm going to show you how to blast through that. So then there's nothing holding you back. I mean, think about it. If there was no concerns that you had about the industry, about getting in, about what to do, about anything, no fears that you had, what would be preventing you? What would be stopping you from going like 200 miles an hour, you know? Nothing. Nothing. So that's a huge sense of freedom. And you're already getting this by watching the lesson 1 and watching my story. You're getting a lot of this already because you're like, oh my gosh, for the first time, because I'm watching your comments, I see that this is not such a big deal, that these people are nice, that it's just a job that they're doing. And oh my gosh, I can see myself there like joking around with these people. Like, this is not that big of a deal. Yes, so I want you to get your power in this so that you're just like, I can be myself. If I need to learn something, I can get that training. And I can see this path. And once you're around professionals that are constantly working, then you're going to be like, they're doing it. And you're going to get in conversations with them. Hey, who'd you go to for headshots? Who'd you go for training? Who's your agent? How did that happen that you got signed with them? You know, it's like you're coming from a peer type perspective, peer type conversation, which is how everything is done in the business. Okay? That's just the secret. That's just what getting inside does for you. So that's awesome. And obviously this is true because you can observe it on set. And obviously it's just true because it's common sense. Come on. I mean, really, how do you get the connections? How do you get those kind of relationships with people? You have to be around them. You just have to be around them. That's all. Okay, let's get on to this. Okay, the opportunity is that you guys of course you can make these careers that you have in mind. Of course it's going to take something. It's going to take you guys going forward and doing stuff even though you're afraid, and getting over yourself and owning your own power, okay? Problems that you're going to have. Problems you have right now is you think you don't have connections. Well, get inside and you have the connections. You're afraid you don't have money. Well, you can make money in the business and you can use that to pay for your headshots and everything that you need, the acting classes. The business pays well. So you can use that to make money. Plus, money should never hold you back from doing anything in life. If you don't have money, go out and get that second job, get the third job. I mean, really, if you really want this, then nothing. Money is going to hold you back? What? Are you kidding me? Money would never hold me back. Money is like, oh, what do I need to do that? I got to find a way. I will find a way. You know, can you see it? I will find a way. Nick, you will find a way. I'm sure that you are like that already. He will find a frickin' way. Okay. So, yeah, he's going, yeah. And see, if you say yeah, then you're going to find a way. Okay. So, referral to an agent. Yeah, that's a problem. Oh, I don't have an agent. Oh no, that's been holding me back for years. No, it's not. Get inside, make friends with producers, make friends with production managers, make friends with the makeup artists, professional people, and have conversations. And it's like, oh, you're an actor? Oh, do you have an agent yet? Oh, well, call my friend. Done, you know? And then you're probably going to fire that agent and go with somebody else. Your whole career, you're going to be making connections with people, you guys. So you're going to be working it and talking to people with your friends. These are your friends. So it's an obstacle in your mind until you're like, you know what? No, it's not. It's not. Okay. I did have challenges like you are. I'm not like this special, like gifted person that just makes the world open for them. No, I had problems. In fact, when I started, I did some major screw-ups that I would tell you to not do because, like, you don't want people hanging up on you. It happened to me a lot. But it's because I was so thinking about myself instead of what's going on in their world. I'm so much like, oh, I need to get on this film set, call somebody up. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning for them. I'm like, hi, it's Janet Urban calling from Wisconsin. So-and-so gave me your name and number. And they're like, Janet, do you know what time it is? I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, what time is it? Oh, sorry about that. Well, anyway, hey, are you going to be on set this week? Can I come on set? No. That's totally what I wanted. That's not good. Just checking my microphones. Yeah, I'm good. And so a lot of that stuff comes from you're so driven, you're so into it, like you're trying to make it so hard. I mean, you're trying so hard to make it that you don't realize that you can't be like boom, boom, boom against people, like me, because they're just like gonna push you away. So that was one of the main things that I did when I started. For a long time, I did that. I just didn't get it. So that's why I start off showing you the get it factor, because I want you to get what this is. And I want you to be able to communicate in the most effective way. Okay, now I'm going to get into the I'm going to get into the presentation. Okay, so I totally get this. You want this amazing life, but you don't know if you have what it takes. That's a major concern. A lot of it's like, am I good enough? You're afraid that it's taking too long. It's probably already been taking too long. You're like, I want to go much faster than I've been going the last couple of years, but you don't know what to do about it. You hate your survival job. You really hate it, but you don't know how to get to your goals. You're like, I just don't know what to do. Okay, let me talk about what's happening in the business. It's growing. It's been really good the last couple years. And it's also all over the United States. So wherever you are, if you're in Chicago, if you're in North Carolina or South Carolina, there's a lot of work happening around you and you'll never even know about it because it's all quietly happening around you. They don't need, only when there's a big feature film do they tell people that, does it get into the media, right? Otherwise, the public doesn't know. So there's so much happening around you that you can get in, you can get experience in. And this has changed, you guys. It wasn't like this before. Like when I started in the business, it was really just New York and LA. That was really it. Not even Atlanta that much, you guys. So now, since there's film incentives and a lot of it is left Los Angeles, it's all over. So there's no reason why you shouldn't be working in the business where you're at. The worst thing you can do is come to LA with no experience. It's the worst thing you can do. And you know why? Because you look like a newbie that did not give themselves the training that they could have gotten where they lived, and everybody knows that now. Everybody knows, oh, you came from Chicago, why don't you have a lot of experience? It's like you come out here to make it big? Oh, okay. So you're starting from a major disadvantage. Like they will roll their eyes. Again, another person that comes out here to make it big. And they don't like that. That's not how you relate as a peer. How you relate as a peer is you get experience, you know you're good, and then you go out there and you are working with people side by side. Oh, I just moved here from Chicago. Yes, I worked on this and this and this. And my friend told me that you guys got a movie coming out. Let them talk. Oh, great. Well, I would love to work on it with you guys. That'd be awesome. Just moved here. And they'd be like, okay, cool. It's like it's a different kind of conversation when you've actually given yourself the experience to be a peer. So the business is booming. It's doing great in Los Angeles. It's doing great, really, almost all over the country. So, and it's grown, just the whole business. The entertainment industry has grown so much in the last 5 years. So it's going to keep growing because this, if you think about it, entertainment is the And, you know, media, it's like the whole thing that everybody's eyeballs are at. Where anybody's eyeballs are going, that's where the money is. So anybody that tells you, oh, you're not going to make the entertainment industry, are you kidding me? They don't realize how big the industry is, how many different ways there is to make a living in the business, and just how much of it is a huge part of all of our lives. It's like huge. You know, it's like pharmaceuticals, huge, right? Housing, huge. Entertainment industry, it's every time. What do you look at every single day? So they just have never been in the business, so they think, oh, you want to be a famous actor. Okay, good luck with that. And then but mainly they're afraid for you because they love you. They're afraid that you're going to be pursuing something like as a theater actor and never make any money and have a crappy life. That's what they're afraid of. They want you to just be able to make, you know, 50, 100 grand a year and have a nice life. And I understand, but that's just because they've never been exposed to the entertainment industry. So all jobs pretty much are good paying, you know. The lowest one's $200 a day. All right, good. Yeah, so here, I did this class, you guys. And it was Josh, I can't remember his name, but he talks about, it's for actors, but he talks about how to be present. And he's like, you know, you do, he's an actor, and he's been doing it for like 20 years. He's a character actor. He's in all this big stuff. And he's like, you know, people don't want to see you act. They don't want to see you act. They've seen that. They want to see something real. They want to see something surprising. They want to see something in the moment. It's being present that allows you to make choices, to act that out through your body, and then you've got it. That's what acting is. Now, I took this class because I wanted to be present when I talk to you guys. I wanted to be present when I'm talking to people on set. I didn't want to go into my head. Like, yeah, I know you know what I'm talking about, where you're like, oh, what should I say? How can I connect? What do I do? You know, you're like in your head, da, da, da. And then you're talking to somebody and you're mostly in your head and you're like, oh, so what? And then so you're not present. It's all present. It's very important. And another thing that we learned was, this was like attorneys, doctors. These were like a lot of people, not just actors in this class. It was all people that wanted to be able to present and be present. And because I know that's where their power comes from. So one of the things that we did is everybody stood in front of the class, and there was like 30 people in the class, and you just stood there. I'm talking everybody, attorneys, doctors, everybody was like, okay, where do you feel? What are the sensations in your body? And people are like, everybody's feeling fear, you guys. All these eyeballs looking at him. Okay, I'm feeling tightness in my chest. And then you feel that tightness, and he's like, okay, so now where is it? Do you still feel a tightness? And you're like, no, I just got butterflies in my stomach. Okay, all right. And now what? Oh, I'm feeling numb in my head. Okay, now I feel my lip is twitching. I feel like everybody's looking at me, seeing my lip twitch, and I'm feeling embarrassed. Oh, I just got another pang in my stomach. Okay, you know. So this is everybody. Oh, I'm thinking that people are thinking that I look fat. Oh, I'm wishing I wore different shoes. Okay, so this is everybody. So the point is that everybody was feeling this fear. Everybody was having these atoms vibrate in their body. And he's like, see, it's just atoms vibrating. It just means you're alive. You know, the fear, it moves around. The fear, it's moving around your body. That just means that it's not like, you don't want to say, no, don't come up. Don't stop the fear. Let's stop the fear. I got to stop this. I don't want it. No. We're all wired to have fear. We're alive. I mean, he said, one day you're going to be floating around and you're going to be like, atoms floating around, and you're going to be like, oh, I wish I had a body that I could feel those sensations in. And I was like, hell yeah, that's right. You know, really. It's like, we can't try to stop the fear. No, it's part of you. We're just wired this way. We're trying to stay alive. We don't want to be ejected from the clan, from the group. We're standing there and none of us want to be ejected. We're all like, you know, none of us do. All of us, doctors, lawyers, you know, actors, myself, you know. So we all feel this way, and it's just atoms vibrating. So then we're kind of like, okay, Janet, it's just atoms vibrating, and you feel the same way. We all do anyway. Blah, blah. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you because it's a great way to see that, you know, it's just sensations in your body. All right. So there's always going to be fear, okay? There will always be going to be fear. It's like nothing. Fear's nothing to really fear. The path to your dreams is going towards what's uncertain. And you got that in the last video, but in case you didn't, basically, a great way to look at your life if you want to move the fastest in your life is that the quality of my life is directly proportionate to the amount of uncertainty that I can comfortably live with, okay? So it's uncertainty because you're going towards stuff you're uncertain about. That's where the growth is. That's where all of the amazing things happen. It's all in the realm of what's uncertain. So uncertainty is not a bad thing. It's like you want to go towards it and you want to expect that amazing things are going to happen because they will. Your life will be like really high quality because you're on the edge and moving and doing stuff and expanding yourself and learning stuff that you need to learn to get to that level that you want to get to. But when you're constantly going towards what's uncertain, like that move to LA, you know, getting on film sets, going to parties, meeting people, you know, fear's going to come up. It's just going to come up. But if you're scared, you know that you're moving in the direction of your dreams. And you understand that it's all just atoms vibrating anyway. And everybody that does anything in life, we feel a lot of fear. But the question is whether that means stop or whether that means, okay, I'm going to go it. I'm going to trust myself. I'm going to go through it. I'm going to go for it anyway. So here's what you do when fear comes up. I've actually got a tool that's a little bit even more powerful than just saying, okay, I'm going to do it anyway, because I know you already got that. You got that. I think you're forever changed from now on. You're going to go for it anyway. But here's an additional tool that will really help you get into that state where you can do it. Ask yourself an empowering question around every fear, every time that fear comes up. And I teach this in my mentorship program, and let me tell you, this, like, whatever it is, you blast through it. Okay, so what is this? An empowering question is a question that empowers you. That means it makes you empowered. And you ask yourself a question because when you ask yourself a question, you've got to answer that question. So your mind answers the question. And you're like, okay, well, that must be the truth. So you ask yourself an empowering question around every fear. Let me give you some examples. So here are some fears. Fears, uncertainty, same kind of thing. I'm uncertain when I'm going to be able to leave here, wherever I'm, Orlando, and go to Los Angeles. I'm uncertain. I've got some fears about that. When's it going to happen? Oh my gosh, am I doing enough? Okay, so you can be in this fear. You can feel that fear in your body. Let's ask ourselves some empowering questions around that fear. When am I going to be able to leave here and go to Los Angeles? Okay, so is there work here in Orlando? Actually, there is. Okay, now think about this for yourself in your own environment. Is there work in Detroit? Yes, there is. Well, can I learn how to get on some of these shoots? Yes, I can. Okay. Do I want to learn this stuff? Yes, I do. Is there anything stopping me really from learning? Heck no. Who do I want to meet that works here in this business? Gee, I don't know yet, but I'm going to research and find out who I might want to meet. Are there people that are making a living here in Detroit or Orlando? Yes, there is. Can I meet them? Yes, I can. Are there events that I can go to? Yes, there is. If I don't know something, is there training that I can get? Yes. Are there people that I can talk to and ask questions of? Yes, I can. Okay, so can I actually get involved in my industry now and learn stuff and start making money and save it so I can move to Los Angeles? Yes, I can. Is that exciting to me? Yes, it is exciting to me. Am I actually learning what I need to learn so that I can be successful when I move to Los Angeles? Yes, I am. This is what I need to be learning when I go to Los Angeles. This is what I do here. I can do the same thing there. There's no difference. Okay, so I feel pretty empowered. Those are empowering questions. See, a question that is empowering empowers you. Ask yourself an empowering question. What can I learn? Who can I meet? Am I growing every day? This empowers me, gives me power. Okay, that's what an empowering question is. Empowering questions, they work because they direct your mind towards where you want to go. What are some of the underlying fears in your uncertainties. And then we're taking a little, not really a step back, but just we're examining what are your underlying fears in the uncertainties. Okay, this is very important. So usually underlying fears are, usually they all boil down to, gosh, I'm just not sure if I can do it. I'm just not sure if I'm that good. I'm just not sure if I'm good enough. That's like where the most of the underlying fears basically boil down to, I'm just not sure if I'm good enough. And that's okay. You can, okay, if I nailed that for you, how do I know that? Because we all feel this way. We all feel like we're not good enough. We all feel that we're not good enough. So you don't have to cover that up. And we all feel this way because it's just really, it's human nature. We're just not sure if we're good enough. So, okay, so if that's my underlying fear, whether, I'm not going to be, maybe I'm not going to be good enough, it's going to take me too long, just list what your underlying fears are around your uncertainties. And then once you've identified what those fears are, you just lay them out there and go for it. Go for the biggest ones. Write them down. What are those underlying fears? Okay? Then come up with 3 empowering questions around every fear. You're just nailing those fears, and then you're going to come up with 3 empowering questions around each fear. And the mentors will help you with this in the training, okay? And we've been doing this for a while, so we are good at this. But I think you're good at it too. All right? So that's your homework. And then when the fears are coming up, now that you know what they are, you just ask yourself these empowering questions, and you'll be able to come up with even more. And pretty soon it's like, that fear, it doesn't stop me anymore. It's just a fear that I have. I'm not good enough. Oh, okay. So, for my fear, okay, I fear that, are people gonna like me? Am I good enough? Am I gonna be able to handle this? Okay, these are my fears. I'm talking about me now, okay? So my empowering questions would be, to give you an example, well, Janet, do you love what you're doing? Yes. Do you have the ability to figure it out? Yes. Do you want to figure it out? Yes. Are you proud of the person that you want to be? Yes. Do you trust that people will accept you for who you are? Yes. If you just put it out there and you figure it out, is everything going to work out? Yes. It's like the fear is there, but it's like, I can move forward anyway. I'm moving forward anyway. Because I know that it's all uncertain anyway. And I know that growth, pushing through it, is what gets me everything. It gets you everything too. If the underlying fear is I'm afraid that I'm not likable, I'm afraid I don't know what to say, I'm afraid that I'll screw up and say the wrong thing. Okay, a lot of us have this fear. So what are some empowering questions around that? I'm not what they're looking for. Okay, that's very good. That's a great underlying fear. Ooh, I just love it when people are honest. I'm not what they're looking for. That's my fear. What are some empowering questions you can ask yourself about this? Okay, let me help you. And I actually want you, being offensive or seeing as I'm crossing the line, Sophia says. So she's adding on to this. Yeah, she's like, oh, that's what my fear would be. Okay, so what are some empowering questions you can ask around this? Can I learn how the film set works? Yes, I can. Can I learn what happens on the film set by getting involved? Yes, I can, so that I understand things. Yes, I can. Can I start small and make my mistakes when it doesn't cost me anything? And then as I'm learning, yes, I can. Does everybody start from 0 and move up and learn stuff? Does everybody start not knowing what they're doing? Yes. Does everybody feel like they're a little bit afraid when they talk to the production they might say the wrong thing? Yes, yes. Doesn't everybody feel like that? Isn't it, in fact, just that I care a lot about what people think and that I do the right thing? Yes. Is that a bad thing? No, it's not a bad thing. Doesn't that just show that you care and that you're just trying to become the best person that you can be? Yes. Okay. So can you get experience? Yes. Can you learn stuff so that you understand what's going on and that you're not going to ask a question if you understand, right? Yes. So is this Is this process that you're on absolutely perfect? Yes. If you did not have this fear that you're afraid of saying the wrong thing to production, if you didn't have this fear, would you probably say the wrong thing to production? Yeah. Just the fact that you have the fear shows that you are somebody that is going to... See, this is the thing about fear. It's so great. Just because you have the fear, it shows that you're going to take steps to learn, to understand, right? Just to try to understand what's going on set, how the business works. You're here, you're learning. Because you have the fear, fear's good because it's going to make you sculpt yourself so that you're awesome with production. See, if you didn't have the fear, then you'd just be like, blah, 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 and they'd be like, oh, you don't get it. But no, you have the fear just like I do. I'm like, I want to be damn good. I want to like connect with people. I want to understand what that director's saying. I want to be able to have such a great connection with that director that I can just joke around with him. He says one word, I get it. I want that kind of relationship. Why do I have that? Oh, because I have the fear that I won't connect with him. So I use that fear to understand and to ask questions, to learn, so that I can have the great relationship. I don't let the fear stop me. I use the fear to motivate me. See, fear points you towards what you want to learn and who you want to be and to sculpt yourself. Fear is not a bad thing. Fear is a great thing. Can you see that? Yes, yes, yes. Oh, great. So that's really, really like all these fears that we have, that we use to motivate ourselves, but really a lot of this stuff, it just melts away once you understand what it's really like on set. So it's way cool. And awesome. Okay, well, have a good one. And I will be giving you, do your homework, and I'm going to give you a day or two to do this, and then we're going to go to the next live webinar. Okay. Take care. Bye, everybody.